today I'm talking to Belinda Cook from Bee Fragrances. Belinda has designed a range of perfume gels which are specifically designed for travelling. Now, after experiencing her own perfume breaking in her bag due to cabin pressure on a flight, she came up with a solution for travellers, which also has her being nominated for the Scent Technology Innovation Smitty Award. Please welcome Belinda Cook.
Oh, thanks, Ludwina.
Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's fabulous. Look, I'm always looking for really interesting and innovative ideas, talking to people that are at the forefront of innovation. I definitely think that you've done that. So before we get started, why don't you briefly tell us a bit about your business?
Certainly. Well, as you mentioned, I found that there was a real need out there for fragrances that didn't leak in your handbag, particularly when you were flying. I found that I was spending a lot of time after each flight cleaning out my handbag, and so I've designed a range of perfume gels which have a base of a natural plant extract, which is also gentle and soothing on the skin, and the most important thing is they don't leak. So I think that's very popular amongst both men and women, particularly for travellers.
I think it's a great idea because I've got my favourite range of perfume is Dolce & Gabbana, and I've got the entire range. And whenever I go travelling anywhere, taking a big, bulky bottle of perfume, particularly because the lids also don't, click on, they quite easily fall off, and I'm often scared that I'm even going to break them even if they're in my suitcase. So to have an actual range of perfumes that's just, because they're just sort of in a little jar, it's like neat and compact too, aren't they?
They are. They, as I said, specifically designed for travellers, and the D&G range is absolutely beautiful. So having that opportunity in a small, compact, portable bottle that isn't going to leak would be a great benefit for you. And one thing with the leaking perfumes is that it actually costs an awful lot to replace them if they do break or leak in your handbag. I did some research and found that there's 400,000 women travelling each month into Australia, and if just 2% of those carry perfume which leaks into your handbag, that is actually, $1.2 million annually that's lost.
Oh, that is a phenomenal number. I would never have actually looked at it that way, but that's probably true.
It's a very expensive exercise if you're travelling with perfume that leaks. So hence the new perfume gels.
Yeah, that's fabulous. And look, I have to take my hat off to you because apart from actually creating this innovative product, you're very innovative in your approach. I remember when we first connected, you straight away said, look, I'd like to give you and your assistant a voucher, a sample, a product actually of our perfume range. And then lo and behold, within a few days, we'd selected the ones that we want, and they're absolutely beautiful. And they arrived in this beautiful packaging. And I just thought that was really very, very clever of you to, I think my thinking behind that was that you found somebody who's an influencer, made sure that I experienced your product, and then, of course, we're now talking about it.
Well, that's exactly right. With perfumes, it's such a kinesthetic feeling that you need to feel and touch and smell them. It's unlike any other product where, for an electrical product, for example, you can actually just read the specifications and measure your wall cabinet to make sure that the TV will fit there or your stereo will fit. It's not actually like that with perfumes. You actually have to get out there and smell them and see how they feel on your skin. So using a natural plant extract base, so that's really unusual in the perfume industry. It's usually a harsh alcohol base on the perfumes. So having that natural base actually is really soothing on the skin. So you really actually do need to experience them. So I'm glad you like them.
Yeah, I do. And you also sent the gel version of each of the fragrances too, because you actually started with the liquid fragrance and then now you've changed it to the gel.
I did. That was a direct result of flying with the perfumes and them leaking in the handbag. I was unable to find an atomizer or a perfume bottle that withstood the cabin pressure. So I've just decided to concentrate specifically on the gels, and that's where most of my customers are actually wanting. They're wanting the leak-proof perfumes, so that's the sort of the direction I've taken now.
Be fabulous for women or men as well in the corporate industry or business owners that actually do a lot of travel. Now, one of my favourite sayings is that necessity is the mother of invention, and it epitomises exactly what you've done. Now, because of that, you've actually been nominated for the Scent Technology Innovation Smitty Award. Tell us about that.
That was fantastic. It was completely out of the blue. I asked the organiser who nominated us, and she couldn't tell us it was sent through anonymously, but it's going to be displayed at the Scent World Expo in December, which is in America, and that's the largest scent marketing and sensory conference in the world. So we were really stoked, or very ecstatic to find out about that.
Oh, now you just got to make sure that you're going to be able to produce all the orders that you'll get from it, I guess.
Well, fingers crossed. It's just such a lovely feeling to be nominated and, for a worldwide event for our innovation. So we're very happy.
Fabulous. So how important is it, do you feel it is, to stay ahead of your competitors?
Oh, it's absolutely essential. You have your usual base of customers, the customers who are loyal to you and recommend them to their friends, but they're also wanting other innovations and other scents to come out. So that we're planning on trying to find completely natural plant aromas and smells for our next range of products. That's what we're driving towards, a completely natural product. Well, a lot of people looking for perfumes are actually now looking for completely natural products. I mean, men and women are very particular about what goes onto their skin and into their bodies. So that's what the direction we're heading at the moment. And a lot of the major companies don't have the facilities to actually move as quickly as we can. We're a smaller company competing against all the large companies. So we have the advantage of being able to grab onto new technology quickly and move forward with that.
So how do you go through the manufacturing process? Is that something that you physically do yourself, or have you outsourced that?
It will be outsourced. I'm physically doing that by myself at the moment, particularly with the just designing all the fragrances. It can take a couple of months to actually design a new fragrance. Depends on how readily the aroma components blend together. So it's a really interesting process, and that's what I absolutely love doing.
So do you have I'm not sure the terminology, but do you have a perfume background?
No, I'm actually trained to be a cook, so it's a really different experience. So I trained to be a cook, but spent most of my working life in administration type roles, so it has been very varied. But with perfumes, it's very much in the blending of perfumes. I like a really well-developed, rounded perfume that's sort of full-bodied. It's a bit like wine. If you have a young wine, sometimes they can be quite really sharp with a lot of tannin in them, and you can actually smell that and taste that. Whereas the same wine, if you leave it for a few years, can actually develop a really full-bodied aroma that's just absolutely fantastic, completely different from the previous young wine. So it's all a matter about blending the different components together until they work. So that's what I love doing. Absolutely. I wish I could spend all my time doing that.
I'd imagine so. My daughter's actually been into natural products and skincare products and things over the years, and we actually went through a time where she went to one of the natural health places where you could get all the base products, and was making her own lip balms and moisturisers. And
fantastic.
I know, it was really exciting. She doesn't do it as much anymore. She purchases them now, but she has this philosophy: she can't read the label on the back, she won't use it, eat it, or have anything to do with it.
That's a fantastic idea, and that's the way the fragrance industry is moving. A lot of, as I mentioned before, a lot of the consumers are actually wanting to know exactly what's in their products. They don't want harmful substances on their bodies, and I take an ethical approach here at B Fragrances. So anything that's harmful to an endangered species of plant or an animal, I just don't use. And obviously, if it's harmful to humans, it's just not even on the horizon. So
definitely. Now, how many fragrance styles do you have at the moment?
We have 5 fragrance styles at the moment, and there's a total of 14 that will complete the range. So over the next 3 years, I'll be developing the other remaining 9 fragrances. So at the moment, we have a citrus style perfume, a woody herbal, a fresh style perfume, mossy wood, and also a soft floral. So there's a great range there at the moment for people to choose from, and most people who actually have the opportunity to smell the fragrances can choose a favourite out of those 5 that we have at the moment.
So they are for both men and women?
Both men and women enjoy our perfumes. Men use them instead of their aftershaves, and they find them really gentle and soothing on the skin because of the natural plant extract. There's none of that harsh irritation that the alcohol-based aftershaves and perfumes actually cause. So men enjoy them as well. So that's been a big bonus.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for that. How can people find out more about you and order the fragrances from you? Now leading up to Christmas would be a good idea.
That's exactly right. Ludwina, we're available online at bfragrances.com.au. It's probably the easiest way to get us. We're also available on Facebook, which is b.fragrances. But either way, if you just do a search under B Fragrances, you'll find one of our sites.
Fabulous. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Belinda.
Thanks, Ludwina. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Okay, bye for now.
Thank you.